My name is John of Ratchet Guitar Reviews, and today I show you my home studio. So I just kind of finished making it today, but it's been a work in progress. I have a lot of new gear, a lot of old gear, a lot of stuff I've had for years now, and I just want to take you through it and show you what my home studio is like compared to what somebody else's might be like. So yeah, let's take a look at some of my gear, and I'll tell you what I do with it. All right, so let's start over here in the amp corner. I'll go over some of my pedals here. So this is a Joyo California. It's basically just a Mesa Boogie. I believe it's a Mark III, Mark IV, something like that. I don't know. I have a bunch of these little Joyo pedals, and they do sound pretty neat. The one below it is a Joyo American, which is pretty much a Fender. Over there, the black one is a Joyo Extreme Metal. It's basically a metal muff. Below that is a British. You can imagine that's just some type of a Marshall. Now this is the EVH 5150 Overdrive. I believe this is the blue channel on a 5153. It sounds really cool. Doesn't sound really that close to it, but it does sound good. It comes with a noise gate, a boost in it and everything, so it does sound pretty cool. If you can get your hands on one of these, I definitely would. It's made by MXR, just a quality pedal. And then you have your tried and true Metal Zone MT2. I've had this for quite a while, as you can see by the looks of it here. Under here, these are just two DI boxes. The left one, the blue one, is a Samson. It's an active DI box, and the one on the right, it's like some pile. I don't know what it is, but they both sound okay. The one on the right is passive. And then I have this, which is a Behringer Vintage Tube Monster. This is actually updated. I put a hotter tube in there, a 12AX7, and when I got it, it had this little switch on it. You could see it right above the T in Monster. I don't exactly know what it does, but I know when you do something with it, when you move it, it does something. So, and this is just a Boss CS3, a compressor pedal. I don't really use that much. I use it a lot live, but other than that. And then over there, I have two Joyo Bant amps. The one on the left is the Joyo Zombie, which is a Mesa Boogie rectifier. And then the one on the right is a Joyo Jackman, which is a JCM 800. And then over here is my Two Notes Torpedo Captor 8. That just gets my tube amps here into my computer. And then down here, first amp is a Marshall DSL-20. Really cool amp. Sounds awesome when it comes to punk, pop punk, metal, rock, pretty much anything you could throw at it. It's a little thick. It is a Marshall. So over here, this is my PRS MT15. Super underrated amplifier. It's only 15 watts, but it's loud and it sounds really good. Pristine clean channel, screaming lead channel. It's insane. And then down here, this is my 6505 plus. You got to have one of those in a studio. I'm sure I can't really tell you much about that because I'm sure everybody knows about it. Clean channel sucks. Rhythm and lead channels rule. Down here, this is my 5150 Iconic. I do actually have an impulse pack coming out for this. That should be out shortly. And then over here, powering the entire place, is my Mac Studio 32 gig. Thing rips. That's all I can really say. Sounds really cool. Up here, this is just another light. Attaches in the back there to my desk. This is for when I'm going to be doing anything with the camera facing me. That is my 16 terabyte hard drive, I believe. All right, so down here in the rack, I have just a power conditioner up top, a little shelf. I don't know really why I have it. And then in here, I'm not going to be able to open it because it's going to hit my amp. Let me move this fucking big behemoth out of the goddamn way. Oh, heavy. Now that I moved that out of the way, down here, I have a little reamp station. So I have my favorite pedals that I own. Right here, this is a Radial RMP. It's just a reamping box. I set it up so I can just use this one little patch cable here and it will reach any one of the pedals. Over here is a Joyo Vintage Overdrive, basically just a Tube Screamer clone. Over there, I have a Tube Screamer Mini. Right here, this is the Horizon Device Precision Drive, killer pedal, Sansamp bass driver, and then I have a Rowan noise gate, which they claim is pretty much like the Decimator, which it actually works pretty good for a $20 pedal. And down here below that, I have a Crown XLS 1000. I'm only using that specifically to do impulse responses of cabinets and stuff like that. So you need like a clean power amp to do that kind of thing, and that's a really clean power amp. Over here, go to the desk. I have Focusrite Scarlett 18i20. It's giving me all my ins and outs. Below it is a GA Project EQ81 Mark III. So that's just a hardware EQ. I'm actually going through that currently. You can see the needle dancing there on the compressor below it. And over here, I have a FMR Audio really nice compressor. That is a super, super cool little piece of gear. Like, it is just such a neat little compressor, and it's so cheap, and it just sounds really good on like the master bus. Pretty much anything you can throw at it, it just kills it on. Like, it just sounds so good. And then over here I have my Clark Technic 1176. As you can see the needle dancing, I am currently running my microphone through that. Also, again, sounds really cool, really good. It is a little cheaper, but it does sound pretty good. And then over here, we'll start at the top. It's just an American DJ junky ass power conditioner, whatever you want to consider it. Below that, right there, that is the Warm Audio TB12 Tone Beast. Again, I'm running through that. So that's a really cool preamp. Sounds really good on guitars. It's just a really cool preamp in general. Below that, I have a Behringer Sonic Exciter. I just got this the other day. I don't know if I'm a big fan of it or not. I mean, it definitely is exciting, to say the least. But I mixed some acoustic guitars through it, and they actually came out sounding pretty good. A little shrill at the top, but a little thin. But other than that, it sounded okay. And then below that is my Behringer Patch Bay. This is like one of the first times I'm using this thing. And then up top here, I have a pair of Yamaha HS5s. I've had these for a long time, and they never really let me down. They're pretty accurate and they sound good. So up here, I have a 32-inch Samsung curved monitor. Currently recording into Studio One 6 Professional. I've been using Studio One for I don't even know how long, a very long time. I just love Studio One. It's super easy to use. Here on the desk, I actually just added this today, but this is an M Audio Key Studio. It's a MIDI keyboard. I'm going to be using it to program drums, maybe write some piano parts, whatever. Use a Magic trackpad on the left side, obviously a keyboard, and then a mouse on the right side. And I could be using the mouse with my one hand and then just go back and forth with it on this side, and it just makes my life a hell of a lot easier. And that is my little home studio that I have. I plan on making a lot of videos about, the gear in here and how to use the gear, little tricks to do while using the gear, stuff like that. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, like this video, and you'll see those videos coming soon. My name is John of Ratchet Guitar Reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.